Part 1. Hello, and welcome to this video on overcoming common challenges faced by English language learners. If you're watching this, you might already be familiar with the struggles that come with learning English, whether it's feeling overwhelmed by the language's complexity, struggling with pronunciation, or not feeling confident enough to speak. You're not alone. In fact, almost every language learner faces these challenges, and it's completely normal to feel discouraged at times. But here's the good news. These obstacles are surmountable. The path to mastering English isn't about avoiding challenges. It's about learning how to face them head-on and using strategies to overcome them. In this video, we'll walk through the most common difficulties that learners encounter and offer practical solutions to help you break through these barriers. We'll cover challenges in areas like grammar, vocabulary, speaking fluently, and overcoming self-doubt. Together, we'll explore how to turn these struggles into opportunities for growth. So, if you've ever felt frustrated by your English learning journey, stick with us. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear sense of how to move forward with confidence and determination. Part 2. One of the most common challenges faced by English learners is the complexity of English grammar. With rules for tenses, articles, prepositions, and sentence structures, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. You might be wondering, why is English so complicated? Or, why do native speakers seem to speak so naturally while I struggle with every sentence? The truth is, English grammar can be tricky, but it doesn't have to be an obstacle. The key is to focus on understanding the patterns rather than memorizing isolated rules. For example, instead of memorizing every tense rule, think of it as a system where certain tenses are used in specific contexts. This approach helps you start recognizing patterns in real-life conversations, making grammar less about memorization and more about context. Another tip is to practice small, manageable chunks. Don't try to master everything at once. Break grammar down into smaller sections. Focus on one tense or one sentence structure at a time. Over time, these small steps add up and make the overall grammar system seem less daunting. Remember, no one expects you to speak with perfect grammar from day one. What matters most is that you practice regularly and embrace the learning process with patience and persistence. Part 3. Another significant challenge for English learners is building vocabulary. With thousands of words to learn, it can feel like an endless task. You might find yourself memorizing words, but struggling to recall them during conversations. Why is that? Well, vocabulary retention doesn't just come from rote memorization. It comes from repetition, usage, and context. To truly internalize vocabulary, try learning words in clusters or around specific themes. For instance, instead of learning random words, group them into categories like food, travel, or business. This will help you connect words with their meanings, making them easier to recall when you need them. Next, use vocabulary in real-life conversations. Even if you're just practicing with a friend or teacher, the act of using new words in context solidifies your memory. Don't worry if you make mistakes. That's part of the process. The more you practice, the more these words will naturally integrate into your speech. Also, don't forget to engage with English daily. Whether it's through reading, watching videos, or listening to podcasts, constant exposure to new words will help you grow your vocabulary organically. Just remember, consistency is key. Part 4. Now, let's talk about overcoming the fear of speaking. One of the biggest hurdles English learners face is the anxiety that comes with speaking. You might feel afraid of making mistakes, not being understood, or struggling to find the right words. This fear can prevent you from practicing and growing. The key to overcoming this fear is to embrace the process of learning. Understand that mistakes are normal. Everyone makes them, even native speakers. The important part is that you learn from them and keep going. Start with small, low-pressure situations like speaking with a friend, using language exchange apps, or practicing in front of a mirror. This helps you get used to hearing your own voice and using the language without the pressure of perfection. Also, focus on communication rather than flawless grammar. The goal of speaking is to convey meaning. If you can express your thoughts clearly, that's already a huge success. Over time, your confidence will grow and speaking will become less intimidating. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel. Remember, practice makes progress, not perfection. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and the fear will eventually fade. Part 5. As we wrap up, remember this. Overcoming challenges in learning English is a process, not an overnight transformation. Each obstacle you face is an opportunity to learn, improve, and grow. Whether it's mastering grammar, building your vocabulary, or becoming confident in speaking, the key is to take small, consistent steps toward your goals. Embrace every challenge, practice daily, and never be afraid to make mistakes, because those mistakes are part of the journey. You've already taken the first step by seeking solutions and looking for ways to improve, and that's what matters most. So, keep practicing every day. Speak, read, write, and listen to English regularly. And most importantly, be patient with yourself. Progress takes time. Trust the process, stay motivated, and you'll see the results. Now it's time for you to take action. Set small, achievable goals. Keep learning and embrace the power of practice. Let's turn those challenges into triumphs, one step at a time.